Welcome to Super's Corner with Frank Gargiulo, our Superintendent of Schools, right here at Hudson County Schools of Technology. I'm John Placchino, your host, and this show is all about the students, the programs, and the faculty of Hudson County Schools of Technology. So today is our first show of the new season, and Frank, let's start it off with what's new in the district, what's happening, what has gone on over the summer, and anything along those lines.
Yeah, well, a lot of it has to do with construction in the schools and renovating. We have old buildings, so we put a lot of work into them. Up here in the North Bergen Center, we're in the process of renovating our lock-up facilities in the gym, and we're building 2 new science labs. They're in a process right now. In fact, we're excited about that. We just completed a new culinary arts lab up here. You know, these are significant pieces for us. I mean, they're not inexpensive. They're relatively expensive projects that are really worthwhile just to keep it up with the 21st century. In the rest of the school district, in the Jersey City Center, although we did the culinary arts labs over the last couple of years down there, we're going to do some similar stuff. Science labs are, brand new science labs are programmed for down there also. And then within the next year or two, we're expecting to have a new gym down there. And then, of course, when you put a new gym building in, then we're going to renovate the old gym and do some other things. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on that I'm excited about. They makes the program just a little bit better than what they were the year before, which I...
So there's a lot of planning, I guess, to this, and then eventually the construction.
Well, yeah, there's a lot goes into that in terms of the planning process. And then we don't really build stuff without having the people, the practitioners that are going to use it, have input. For instance, the science labs are designed by our scientists.
Right.
And then we got to get the architects to build to their specs and whatever it is. And it's a long process, but it's worthwhile in the long run. The problem, of course, today is that as you build something, it gets up and running and going. In a short period of time, the technology has shifted that around, that you need to do something else with it. So you're always in flux, you're always building. You know, the school year starts, and really you're looking into the future and what you're doing, what you put up there, does it work, what do you have to change? In addition to all those changes, we don't talk about the technology.
Right.
But we have a pretty substantial technology staff here that's worked all summer doing a plethora of things to keep us on the edge of that technology that's running away from us all the time. So it's a pretty interesting and a kind of a fun thing to be in all the time.
Now, October 21st is the open house here. We have that every year. Just a quick intro to maybe people are watching our first show. Yeah,
the open house, of course, is the time when we open the building up for the incoming 8th graders. They come in and look at us. I think October 21st is up here in North Hudson Center.
Right,
and then
North Hudson.
Later on, we have one in the Jersey City Center also. And it's a time that we show ourselves off. It shows what the building is. The parents can come in and ask any questions or get a look and see what the school's about. Usually we get about, I'd say, anywhere between maybe 12 to 2,000 people in each place at a time. It's a good way for us to show off. And the funny thing about it is that we just started the year and recruiting for next year already. Right. But it's the way the cycle is.
Do we have extra freshmen this year? Is there more freshmen than usual, or did we?
Not a lot. You have about 15
more?
15 more than we normally have, but that's about what the size of the school is.
Quickly, I want to talk, and we'll get into this a little bit more during the year, but the federal government has made accountability procedures for the school systems, for the teachers, for the administrators, and what the kids need to know. And it's put, I think, quite a lot of stress on everybody. And can you talk a little bit about that and maybe the new evaluation system?
Yeah, it all stems from the federal government, race to the top. New Jersey is part of that group, and we adopted the core content standards, which are national standards for basically in language arts and math. New Jersey's gone a step further. They're going to do some other things in terms of end-of-the-year course tests and so forth. And you know, it's how you look at it. A lot of it is good, and a lot of it is not so good. We struggle with it here because the bureaucracy becomes overwhelming. I mean, it gets to be a whole bunch of stuff. What I oppose to it, and I honestly believe that it doesn't help our children or our teachers, is that the system that we're putting in place pigeonholes kids again. It puts them into categories and labels them as failing kids, or partially failing, or partially proficient, or whatever those categories. There's 5 different categories that you can be into. Then they're going to throw the kids into cohorts. So you could be the worst of the worst, or the worst of the best. And those kinds of categories are not good, definitely not good for people. And when you think of it, they're doing that all the way down to the 3rd grade. Can you imagine telling the 3rd grader?
Labeling them like
that. Yeah, you label them at that age already.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that for years. We don't learn our lesson.
Yeah.
And this is just doing it more, and doing it more bureaucratically. In other words, we're digging down even in sharper.
Right.
And who is anybody to say that this is what a 3rd grade reading level is? Because we know, we're smart enough. There's enough research out there to tell you that there's no such thing as a level for a kid. They could be 5 levels above that or 5 levels below that, and it's normal for them.
Right, right.
So to do that is, to me, is not in the best interest. Although I like the idea of core content standards, that kids are supposed to know this stuff. I think that's kind of in the right spot. I don't like the way
it's being administered.
Well, it's so much of how we're assessing it.
Right.
I think that's a bad thing. And the other thing, of course, we're doing the same thing with the teachers.
Right.
Everybody thinks it's a great idea. We're going to have evaluation for teachers and so forth. In my years, I've been in the business 50 years. And, you know, I can't say there's no bad teachers, but I can say that there's hardly any.
Right.
And there's only bad systems. And if you don't attack the system that creates that, puts that teacher in that spot, the teacher will stay there forever. It's just like an employee in a factory. You have to take, or in a business, you have to take some responsibility for what the process is to make that happen. I don't see anything that's going to make teachers better teachers.
Right, from this.
I just think, in fact, my sense is I think we're going to buckle down and make a lot of mediocre people,
right,
and do just what the system wants it to be. That's what I see coming down. I worry about it. But again, I'm also excited about it because there's a lot of different stuff coming down, and a lot of it may work better than I hope it works better than my brain tells me. But in some respects, I worry about it.
All right, we're going to stop right here. We're going to go see a video about some of the other principals in the district, and when we come back, we'll have Dr. Joseph Giamarella. So keep tuned.
Hello, my name is Will Mattei. I'm the administrator here at the Academy of Independent Studies at the Hudson County Schools of Technologies. We offer our students vocational classes. In addition to the vocational classes, the students have access to do the academic piece in a variety of ways. The subjects we cover are the same subjects that were covered in normal high school. We do math, science, English, social studies, foreign language, health, driver's ed, PE. We just do things in a non-traditional way.
Hi, I'm Clara. I've been here since I was a freshman, and I like it here. I love it. It's a great school, a great way of learning.
My name is Ms. Allie Crone. I'm the assistant principal of High Tech High School. High Tech High School is a Hudson County award-winning school of choice. We provide the children of Hudson County with a challenging academic program in a technology-based environment. Last year, we won the 2012 U.S. News and World Report's Best High School Award for being the top 5% in New Jersey. The teachers and students work collaboratively to solve problems with thought and originality. The learning community fosters creative expression, curiosity about the world, and intellectual risk-taking. We encourage our students to choose a major based on interest. Each program builds character and enhances problem-solving abilities. Critical thinking skills are developed through project-based learning, and students learn how to work independently and as members of a team.
My name is is Gregory Simon, and I am supervisor and instructor at the Academy of Architecture and Contemporary Themes here at High Tech High School. As a community, ACT dedicates itself to making high school a rich and meaningful experience. The curriculum follows the same strict standards of High Tech High School and introduces project-based learning experiences that delve deeper into concepts than most traditional methods of instruction. With architecture and design as a central focus, students learn to use materials, methods, and current technologies to solve problems with originality, creativity, and thought. All students who enroll in ACT take architecture design in their freshman and sophomore years. There they will develop a knowledge of architectural and design elements, visual problem solving, and the process of creation.
My name is Adrian Magadia, and I'm the creator of this project. This is a path project that I created freshman year. This is another path project, but based on a slope that I made sophomore year. And this is a camera that I made of a Polaroid out of wire. Okay, close and open. This is my junior year project too, based out of a painting by Piet Mondrian.
Welcome back to Super's Corner with Frank Gargiulo, our superintendent of schools right here at Hudson County Schools of Technology. I'm your host, John Placino, and we have with us a special guest, Dr. Joseph Giamarella. He's the principal of High Tech High School right here in North Bergen, New Jersey. Welcome to the show, our opening show. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the new programs here at High Tech and in the North Bergen School.
Sure. It's great to be here, John, on the first show. Yeah. Basically, what I'd like to do is just give a brief overview of what we've done over the summer. One of the major features that we'll see in the schools this year is our new kitchen. It's an instructional kitchen that was completed about 2 weeks ago, and some of the programs are already starting to use it. They'll be preparing foods for all of the programs here. Whether you go to High Tech High School, AIS, or Cass Prep. So we have a program in the kitchen that we've established that runs from approximately 6 in the morning till about 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night.
That's pretty impressive. The cafeteria, I've noticed just eating there, the food's the quality of the food is a lot better. Maybe it's just my opinion, but it seems to have improved greatly. Yeah.
We have a new chef,
right.
Chef Peter Turo. He's been with the district for about 9 years now. He knows what the students are looking for. Right. He worked in Jersey City for a while. And the students have also said that the quality of food has gotten a lot better. Yeah. And even with the new regulations that the state and federal government have instituted, we're still able to put out an attractive plate.
Quite an upgrade, I think.
I eat it every day.
You do?
Better than ever.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
In fact, you know, I brought I'm going to tell you, I brought a yogurt, I guess it was, the way they made it.
Yep.
I said, I got to show it to my wife. Now she's bugging me to make that same yogurt for us. It was outstanding, it really was.
Yeah, the type of food that we have ranges anywhere from yogurt in the morning to eggs to turkey sausage, which the students love.
Yeah.
We've had
all kinds of casseroles and stuff like that.
Yes, it's a wide variety.
Wide variety.
It's a healthy and attractive.
Right.
That's the best way I can put it.
And I'll tell you, the one thing that's missing and it's on order is our salad bar. I think that's going to be the icing on the cake.
Look forward to that.
Oh yeah.
I look forward to that. Joe, Frank mentioned it to me just now, but there's something called the iPad Initiative.
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah. During the summer, we received a grant, and we were able to purchase 50 iPads for the students in our ACT program. They have the ability to interact with the instructors who also have iPads, whether it's doing lessons or lesson plans, getting involved with different levels of projects that they're currently using downstairs. It's a bring your own device type of atmosphere now, even though we did purchase the iPads for the students. We're trying to encourage them to bring their own devices in also.
I think that's the way of the future. I think, you know, what I've been reading, that is the new direction.
It's a new direction. I think it's a great direction to be going into. We are 21st century. We're in the 21st century. We pride ourselves in being a 21st century school. I believe it's going to be a daunting task for our technology people to actually prep the school to have anywhere from 650 to 700 bring your own devices and be able to accommodate everything that's brought in.
And implement that whole...
Well, yeah. And I think technology is up to the task. It's going to be a long process, though, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Frank, what do you feel about being on the cutting edge of technology? How important is it for a school like ours?
Well, listen, technology in general is important. You can't, in the world we live in today, it's everywhere. It's where you are. So we need to prepare our kids. When you say preparing people for the 21st century, a lot of it has to do with technology. Mm-hmm. When you really think of it, the technology allows education to be anytime, any place, anywhere. And that's pretty much what Dr. Giammarello is talking about. When you talk about the iPad initiative, that's an initiative that creates a blended environment that brings curriculum, teacher, and student together anytime, any place, anywhere. So as a result of it, we're trying to, we don't do strictly online learning per se. We do a blended piece of that, which we think is the most effective. Eventually, maybe the technology and the programs will be good enough that you can do it online, but we don't think that's for high school kids. That's the best way. Mm-hmm. This particular program is really exciting because it really puts the kids right in there with their teachers, almost on the same level, and exchanging data and information on a regular basis all the time, which is really what it's about. You know, the old teaching method where you have a kid for 45 minutes for 5 days a week, that's gone. Even though we still do that, but it's much more than that today. It's much more than that.
And quickly, before we end the show, there's an open house on the 21st, October 21st. Frank talked a little bit about it in the beginning of our show. Anything you want to add on that?
Is an open house for 8th graders who would like to apply for High Tech High School, September 2013. It'll be from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and we look forward to parents and students coming in.
Right. Well, Dr. Joseph Giammarello, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Frank Gargiulo, our superintendent of schools. I'm John Placino, your host. This has been Super's Corner. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super's Corner with Frank Gargiulo, our superintendent of schools. We have Amy Lynn Rodriguez. She's the director of Explore 2000 down in Jersey City, one of our sister schools. I'm John Placino, your host. And we're going to, this show, our second show of the season, we're going to be talking about our sister school in Jersey City, its programs, its overview, and Frank Gargiulo, our superintendent of school, will give you a little bit of overview of what's happening down in Jersey City.
Well, Jersey City, of course, when we say Jersey City, we're talking about actually 4 different programs.
Okay.
We're talking about Amy's program in the Explore 2000, our middle school, which is a wonderful place for kids to be. And then we have County Prep down there, which is our flagship high school. And then we have down there the Academy for Technology and Design, which is for another group of kids. And then we have our Career Academy at night. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of things going on in Jersey City, a lot of new stuff. I think we talked earlier about the construction that's planned for down there, and pretty much where we're going with it.
Mm-hmm. Who are the principals down there? Who we'll see later on in this program?
Well, Barbara Mendola is the principal at County Prep, and Amy, of course, runs Explore 2000, our middle school. And Kathy Young runs the Career Academy, and Jay Andriani runs the Academy for Technology and Design.
Okay.
Down there.
So there are 4 different
Four different schools in
Okay.
one building.
Okay.
Yeah. Distinct and different from each other.
Different cultures and different.
Well, different reasons of
Yeah,
why they
different
exist,
reasons,
but they're all there to educate kids. That's what we're about. And Amy is unique because her school is middle school. And,
Right.
we don't have any other place in school. She does 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, basically, and does a wonderful job with them.
When we come back in the second segment, we're going to be talking to Amy about Explorer 2000, and we'll be getting into that. And so stay tuned. We'll be right back after these videos.
In Explore 2000, the students stay with us for 3 years. They're first, second, third year students from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And during that time period, they transition between 9 thematic units. So a student, hypothetically, for this year, they'll be working on environmental threats for 3 months, then on the 20th century for another 3 months, 90 days, and then culminating the year with a study of the animal unit. So within that time frame, they'll be integrating a lot of their education between language arts, social science, history, chemistry, all the different topics, all the different subjects, and they'll be integrating all of their learning through these thematic units, and they'll be presenting topics.
My science fair project involves the color spectrum. The color spectrum, how it talks about hue, the properties of colors, and I'm interviewing people to see how they react to different colors.
We do a lot of verbal presentation, but also a lot of written presentation also. And in the framework of all this thematic unit, we still have structured math classes where the students are able to put together and sharpen their mathematical skills and their science laboratory skills also.
What I like about Explore 2000 is you could be an individual. It's not every day, okay, you have to do math, language arts right off the top. It's about individuality, and you make your own projects on how you think you experienced the field trip.
The field experiences, they're a very unique way of learning because no other schools have them. And you just get to know your work, you know your class, and it's a hands-on thing.
Welcome back to Super's Corner with Frank Gargiulo, Superintendent of Schools. I'm John Placchino, your host, and right here is Amy Lynn Rodriguez, Director of Explore 2000, a middle school that we're all very proud of here in the district. And for those that didn't see our show last year, Amy, could you give us just an overview of Explore 2000 and its kind of reason for existing?
Sure.
Okay.
Explore 2000 is a project-based progressive middle school in Jersey City. We educate 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students. And we utilize different ways of educating. We give them laptops to do research. We also go out in the field. So rather than study history, let's say through a textbook, we're actually going to take them out and experience history in real life.
So they actually go to, I know they went to like Ellis Island last year and some other places, and then they come back and put together some kind of project for their field trip.
Correct.
And how did you find, was that successful? Did the kids really connect with that?
The children learn very well through hands-on learning because the textbook is just words to them. A lot of times we have to put that to life and make it come alive for them. So by bringing them out in the field, by learning different things, by experimenting and actually engaging in experiences, the children are able to make those real-world connections. And a lot of the things are changing so much with the 21st century skills that the children need to learn, so they're able to put that all together.
Frank, were you the visionary of this program? Did you see this, or did you put this together? Do you see a need for this?
I saw the need of creating interest in kids, and I saw how kids were bored to death. And in fact, it's still a project with me. And this particular program, I got to tell you, is anything but boring. most interesting. Amy alluded to the fact that the kids get an opportunity to do that in the real world. I sign off on these field trips, and one of them just recently was the Revolutionary Soldier. And the students had the opportunity to go to Fort Lee, the fort up here.
Oh, that fort.
And they actually have a program of how a soldier lived and what they did.
Nice.
And it's a great experience for kids. And I don't know of a better way to learn than that. Again, you know my big thing on interest-driven learning.
Right.
If you can't interest a kid, you're not teaching them anything.
Right.
So it's one of our many successes and a real one we should be absolutely proud of. And we are proud of it.
Who works with you down there? You have some...
we have some very talented teachers in every subject area. We have John Pontecorvo, who takes the lead with the history as well as booking all of the field experiences. We try to get the kids out in the real world about once a week. And then
That's ambitious.
Oh, very, very. And you know, what Mr. G was saying, we have other facilitators that support the program as well, each in every subject area, but the field experiences that they go on, the teachers also partake in the same activities. So they actually see the teachers getting down, you know, maybe fish tagging with them, or even, you know, most recently we went to the National Constitution Center, and it was all very interactive. So they see the teachers taking part in it, and, you know, that
Was
draws
that in
them on.
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, yeah. We were there on Friday.
By the way, I'm not a big fan of Philadelphia today, because they beat our Giants last night. But that's the way it goes. When you chose Amy as the director of the school, what qualities were you looking for, and why was Amy kind of chosen as a director?
Well, I mean, leadership is everything.
Right.
If you don't have a good leader, no matter what the program is, it doesn't go. Right. I mean, you could have the greatest ideas in the world. Leadership makes it happen.
Right.
And I think Amy was a perfect fit for down there. I mean, I don't want to embarrass her, but my opinion, the few years she's been there a long time, but in terms of a leadership piece, role, I watched the program grow. I think we're right on the cusp of, I believe, of being able to say we are among the best in the country at what we do down here.
Wow.
It's the whole idea of creating interest, that whole idea of not using grades to evaluate, but to validate kids. That kind of mentality that I've been pushing for years. I think Amy has captured that and brought that into the program, and also organized the staff. I mean, you know, you're keeping a staff together like that's not such an easy task. And when you try new things today, it's easy to revert back to what's was done in the past. You know, I want to these kids, we can't hold them accountable because we don't have any grades, that kind of stuff. We managed to overcome that down there. I'm really very, very pleased with that program, and it's growing in a real great way, and I expect it to grow even more.
What goals do you have for the program? A couple of years.
Starting, I was a teacher there. I was one of the facilitators who was on the ground with the students. So seeing it now in its 15th year is very exciting for me. I'm really looking forward to creating more of a wellness program with our students, really enriching the resources we already have. We're so blessed to get so many great field experiences for these children and the backing of our administration that, you know, advisory councils to help guide us in the future. But I can only see our program, you know, growing from here, so.
Okay, any final comments, because I'm going to wrap this segment up. Anybody want to say a final comment on Explore 2000 or what we're doing in the district, or any final comments?
Can I say something about the admissions?
Sure.
Oh, okay. The students have the opportunity to apply to our school when they're in 5th grade, and applications are always available from the end of October until the beginning of December. So if any students are interested, it's important for them to call our school.
And is there a number they can call?
Oh, sure. It's 201.
Go ahead, 662?
631.
Oh, 631, that's us. All right.
6396.
Okay, so you want Frank, anything?
I think that if you have a 5th grader that's looking for an exciting way to educate themselves, take a look at Explore 2000. It is absolutely the 21st century.
All right. Well, I want to thank our superintendent, Frank Gargiulo, here at Hudson County Schools of Technology, Amy Lynn Rodriguez, Director Explore 2000. These are our first 2 shows of the season. We'll have many more, hopefully, for you during the remaining months of our school year. I'm John Placchino, your host. Thanks for watching Super's Corner. We'll see you next week.